There is a concept in Tibetan Buddhism that's known as the Bardo. The word, in a literal translation, means in-between state, and is often referred to as a transitional phase between death and rebirth. I've heard it referred to as an echo between heartbeats. I've heard it called a sacred pause. But the Bardo can be any liminal period between any two significant events or states of being. However, the thing about the Bardo is that it is inherently temporary. You leave when you're good and ready to move forward. It's not a place to suffer, but to resolve that which needs resolution. It's been 2 years since I moved to Lake Arrowhead, and in the time since, I've been fairly private about my whereabouts. The truth is, this was a place for me, and me alone. The little house I rented at the lake was such an unexpected blessing. I just needed a place to let the dust settle after the cacophony of compounding deaths took over my life the last several years. I needed a place to sit by myself in quiet solitude and at long last heal. But of course, I let myself get attached and wound up furnishing a new and cozy space, which I truly did adore. You can imagine why it's been so difficult to leave, but the time has come, and it took me many months to get to this point. You see, despite the intuition that this was never meant to last, I really was quite happy here. It was the first place I'd ever lived that had 4 distinct seasons. The first morning I woke up to snow, I was beside myself with glee. My life at Lake Arrowhead kept enchanting me with its beauty.
Good evening, gentlemen. You made some friends.
And truth be told, I'd always wanted to try living in a mountain town.
It's really foggy this morning.
So, despite the circumstances that brought me here, I find myself overflowing with gratitude for having had the chance to experience this place, which made itself available precisely when I needed it the most.
There's Devin in his home. Lovely. Look at this little elevated kitchen. He's so proud. Yay.
For the past several years, I've made a close companion of grief and allowed myself to sink deeper into the narrative that after what I had endured, something was irreparably splintered within me. Though when I look at the material quality of my recent life by investing in this story, I have so very little to show. I've really come to miss the smile that I used to wear in old photographs, and I'd like to get it back. That is why I'm leaving the mountain, because this Bardo I've been inhabiting was never meant to be my home. The day before I moved, just as I was packing up the last of my belongings, I looked outside and saw snow falling from the sky. It had been an uncharacteristically dry winter, and for a moment, it seemed that snow had eluded us this year. But just like that, the season turned. Mechanisms beyond my understanding unlocking a process outside my control. One moment things were one way, the next moment, another. I think it might have needed just a little bit more time.